Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day. I've been gone for a little while, but I want to share with you this sweet little book. I'm going to show you how to make it too. This book is unique in the sense that you've got this book. I have pages in here for you to write on, but then I've made it so that you can remove those pages and add other ones. So you don't have that feeling of this book is a one and done if you use it as a journal. So let me show you how that works. Here's the book. It's made from 5x7 greeting cards, the blank ones that you can get at your hobby shop. So you open it up here. You have a little tuck on the front right there. That's where the envelope is. You have just a coffee dyed piece of paper here with some little tucks. And this page here is made from one of the greeting cards. So this page is a loaded page, both on the front and on the back. So I have this little sweet card here that opens up. I've got a tag that's here. This flips down, and I have some tags right here, fun little secret spots. And then I also have this main one right here with a tag that comes out. Okay, that's sweetness. And then you turn the page, and then on this side you also have a little bit of drama going on where it's a touch and feel type thing. So that opens up and that opens up. We've got a card right here that's tucked in the band at the bottom. This flips up. Can you see that? And on that right there, I have a little tuck out spot as well. Lots of little fun interactive things. And then right here, I also have a little side band that things are tucked in. So after that, the next pages are the pages that can be replaced if you want them to be. That's how it's been designed. So these are all pages that I didn't do a lot of things to it. I wanted to keep it so that you could write on it and not feel like you were destroying the book or that your recipient was destroying the book. I just put a few little things here, a little stamp there, just some little things to kind of brighten it up, but not too much so that it could be, so that you felt like you could use it and it would be okay. That's replaceable, and I'll show you that's where this comes in. So let me just show you that right now. This is using just a single page. You pull it out, and I have pages here that are pre-punched. So this is just a standard hole punch here. I wanted something that anyone could do. So if you see right here, those are just the standard hole punch. You can untie this, and then you can pull these pages out, keep them or discard them depending on what you did on these pages. And then this can be just placed right back in. So then that turns, and you see the next page, once again interactive, those flip, little things tuck there, and a little tuck right here on the belly band. And then you've got another flip, a little bit more interaction with things tucked right there. And then this is the coffee dyed paper again with just a little paper clip thing. This is a little paper clip thing, some can go under there. And then you've got another tuck right here inside the envelope. And then you've got the back of the book. So this is really nice because just having this little extra bit right here, I think just really adds, I'm not going to put that in right now. I think it really adds to just the feel of the book, that you have something that you've really upped your game with it. So let me show you how to make this if you'd like to make it. I should also tell you that as I make this book right now, I'm actually going to be making 3 different versions. I'm going to be making this version, which comes from a kit that I have in my Etsy shop. I'll have a link below if you wanted to make this version and follow just right along with what I'm doing. But I'm also going to make a Christmas one, and I'm just going to make a general one. Something that I can have in my stash and use at any time that I want, if I want to give one as a gift, for example. So 3 of them are going to be made simultaneously. Okay, so let's get going. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you want to grab some envelopes. These are envelopes that you can get just at your local hobby shop. These are the ones that I have. They come in little kits like this if you want. They have them at all the hobby shops. And they're 5x7 cards. You can get different sizes if you want and just do different measurements on it. But this is what I'm using. The first thing you want to do is take your envelopes and then find your flaps. We're going to be putting the flaps inside of each other. Like that. And then close that one down. I like gluing this outside flap together first because it has the proper feel of when it's going to be closed up. So this is going to be the cover of my book. So I'm just going to put glue all around the edge, and then this will be covered up with the decorations, with the other paper that I put both on the front and the back cover. So I'm going to fold that in, give it a nice little press, and make sure that it's dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the inside. So make sure that's nice and firm. So on the inside here, I've got my flap that I already tucked in the inside. Go ahead and pull that back out. And then take your glue, and then glue that side of the flap that you just pulled out. And then you're going to be putting that right back in where you got it. Now you don't want to go too close to these edges with your glue, because it might squish out when you put it in the inside. And then if you don't catch it, it's going to glue your envelope closed. So make sure when you're doing this, put your hand in there and feel if there's any moisture, any of the glue coming out. If not, you're good to go on to the next part. So what we're going to be doing now is making the insides of the envelope. So we're going to be covering the envelope covers, spots like that and like that. So I just used some music paper. So what I'm going to be doing first is cutting this down so that it can fit right inside this pocket. To do that, you're going to want to take your envelope and you're going to want to measure how wide your pocket is. So my pocket is 7 1/4 inches. So I'm going to go just one notch smaller, so 7 1/8 of an inch. And then as far as the other direction, I'm going to do 5 inches. And that should cover my area. Okay, now that I have my pieces cut, I want to look at my cover and make sure that I have them in the right directions. Some music has words on it. Some of the music you can get doesn't have it. So if it has words, you just want to make sure that one page isn't upside down. If it does end up upside down, really it's no big. You can work around that and cover it up. But this is how we're going to do it. So what you want to do, let's see, do I want that side or that side? Kind of like that side. That side. So what you want to do, you want to take your piece and you're going to tuck it down in the inside down to the bottom. So it might give you a little bit of push. There you go. And make sure it's nicely down there, because what you're going to do, you're going to use this then as your template for cutting. I'm going to place this one inside there too, just to make sure that I get it in the right direction and don't mess up. I want to get it nicely down to the bottom. Just make sure it's there. So, okay, so both sides feel pretty good. Now I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to go ahead and just mark this area, and this is going to be my template. Pull it out, and we're going to cut away. Go ahead and cut down those lines. So now I have a nice cut, and I have a little edge there, a little edge there. I have to decide if I want a little more edge on that side. I think it's fine. I'm not going to cut that, but I think looking at this, I do want to cut this down a little bit more. So I'm going to just follow along, and I'm just going to cut it down a little bit because I decided I want it to be a little bit away from the lip like that. You can do it either way though. It's just a matter of preference. Let me show you a little bit closer. I cut it down just a little bit so that I could have that lip right there. At this point, if you want it, go ahead and grab your ink and ink up your sides and then glue it. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to do that to the other side as well. If you feel uncomfortable just cutting that edge down a little bit, you can grab your ruler and make just a little line like this and like this, and then you can just follow that line for your cutting. So it's whatever you feel most comfortable with. And glue it on. Now that I have those sides glued on, I want to add a little bit of embellishment. So I've got, on this one, I have just a little line of paper that I cut from my paper pack. You can do that, or you can use ribbon, for example. I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of ribbon for my embellishment this time. Okay, let me show you some options of things that you can do. You can take a strip of paper and you can make a band right going up the top of that. You can use a piece of ribbon, just any kind of ribbon, and do a strip going up like that. That's a lighter one, so it's harder to see. Or you can get a wider one like this, put a strip going up, and make that into a little pocket. This is the way I think I'm going to go with this one. So, by the way, with your strip, you can make it anywhere from 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. You can make it any width that you want. So you can secure your piece down with either something like this. This is the Beacon. This is a Beacon 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac, something like that one. Or you can even put it down with a hot glue gun. I think I'm going to use my hot glue gun today just to kind of save my brain cells. So I'm going to place a little bead right there and then put it down right away. Get it nice and secure. Along the edge, got to work fast with it. And then right here. There, that pocket's done. And then I'm going to go to this side. So what I will do also is after I finish this, I will trim the edges that go beyond the edge of the pocket. Okay, long strip. I'm just going to do this one at the same time. I'll lay it down fast. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is add some buttons. I'm going to take a piece of lace that's a different color than the lace that's right there. By the way, this strip here is from the dollar store, the Dollar Tree. So I've got a different piece of lace, different coloring of lace, and I'm going to layer it, and then I'm going to place a button on each of those areas. Let's see. For these, I'm going to also just hot glue them down. A little bit for the lace, and then a little bit more for the button. So I did them at different locations. I did one at the top and one at the bottom. And I did that with the idea of bulk in mind. So when I close it up, I'm not getting a double bulk over right in this one area. I'll have spread it out a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And so I'm just going to trim just a little bit. Okay, so now we have this complete and we can move on to the next section.